Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Whether you are new or returning, thank you for joining me today because it was a great attempt at another comeback, back-to-back comebacks. But ultimately, Barcelona drew 2-2 against Mallorca away from home, really all down to individual mistakes at the back. Goals coming from Rafinha and Fermin Lopez in favor of the Blaugrana. Let's discuss this puzzling performance. If you find yourself enjoying the video at any point, why not drop a like? It helps out a ton. But without any further ado, let's get into it. Now, as usual, our lineup is on screen for you in case you forgot. Xavi opted to rest Lewandowski, Koundé, and Christensen, which to be honest, I didn't love. Ter Stegen a goal, back four of Balde, Martinez, Araujo, and Cancelo, midfield three of Romeo, Gavi, and Gundogan, and a front three of Felix, Varane, and Rafinha. Honestly, this lineup looked good on paper. However, in reality, it turned out troublesome. Both Martinez and Araujo starting together was too drastic of a change for this backline to handle, apparently. Today, it just must have been one of those days. We had poor performances from the players all around. Ter Stegen was directly to blame for both goals we conceded. The center backs, Martinez and Araujo, I'd argue that they had their moments, but didn't cover themselves in glory. I was incredibly disappointed by Cancelo, Felix, Romeo, and Varane. Whereas on the flip side, our only standout players, in my opinion, were Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Gavi, and Fermin Lopez. We looked pretty good on the ball, all things considered. It was a tough opponent away without your two most creative midfielders in Pedri and De Jong. However, we looked abysmal off the ball. We looked and felt vulnerable. I felt vulnerable watching. They were winning both the first and second balls with their superior height and physicality. We suffered off the ball, frankly. We went a goal down early, and that was the worst thing that we could have done because you knew that Mallorca were going to do everything in their power to hold on to that. But Rafinha equalized via a golazo in the 41st minute. He then had a 1v1 with the Mallorca goalkeeper, but didn't even hit the target. He skied it. We could have gone into halftime 2-1 up, but instead we went 2-1 down. As right before halftime, we got caught via some route one football and some poor defending and goalkeeping later. They scored their second. We came out of halftime with some hunger. We started playing decently well. We got the equalizer via Fermin Lopez and some superb football. We were denied a penalty, and on that real quickly, honestly, guys, I believe that it was the right decision to not give it as a penalty. If I were to remove my bias for Barcelona, if you switch the sides, I wouldn't call it as a penalty. There wasn't enough contact on Lamine Yamal in order to bring him down. There seemed to be a minuscule amount of contact, but it just wasn't enough to bring Yamal to the ground as he did. You could tell that he made the most of it. Ultimately, no matter how much we puffed and puffed, it just wasn't enough for us to dig ourselves out of the hole we dug, and we shot our own foot twice. This was, for me, a game of margins. All it takes is something small to make you either a hero or a villain. And the perfect example would be like Rafinha. He was a hero when he scored the first, but that's that one on one with the keeper. It's tough. It's a harsh result for us, but all we can do is really just learn and move on. Up next is Sevilla this Friday at home. Let's bounce back then, hopefully. But for now, let's take a small rest, a mini break. But that's all from me for today, guys. I pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts after the match? I'd love to see them in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not subscribe? Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.